Mitranam and Bandhuvo, Swagatam, Vanakkam, welcome to South Asia Maps Education Channel. This is your presenter, Dr. J. Reddy. I have opened the South Asia Maps Education Channel to share my passion apart from my regular work, molecular biology, biotechnology, crop breeding also. I will bring my 4.5 decades of extensive map reading and studies on Indology, and I have also added a unique topic called human ecology, and that will give you a totally different perspective, that is humans on planet Earth. Mitranam, today we are looking at our Uttaranchal series. This is Uttarakhand, Uttaranchal, Devabhumi. This is part 219B of Uttaranchal series. Title of the presentation is Sarihad. Sarihad is a Persian word, means a frontier, a border. If you take this as a Uttaranchal, Uttarakhand, Devabhumi, a province of around about 54,000 square kilometers, if you block it out and look around in the physiographic perspective, geographic perspective, not administrative districts, states, union territories, provinces, that we will deal in the next presentation. How the land looks, that will be the topic of discussion today. The important point of this presentation is after middle of the presentation, I will take you through the series of three or four cartographic or topographic three-dimensional maps that will give you a very great clarity. You will have a bird's eye view of the land, Devabhumi, from that physiographic perspective. Mitranam, why physiographic perspective is important is this is the political administrative perspective. If you look at the same province, Uttarakhand, Uttaranchal, you will see the Himadri regions and Himachal, that is the middle Himalaya regions, and Babbar, Tarai, Shivaliks, Ganga Maidan, and so on. This gives you a different physical perspective, how that land, terrain, the habitat looks like. That plays a very critical role in shaping the history, geography of culture of the land. That's what we'll be going to look in this perspective, Mitronam. And this is, you are aware, our Uttaranchal series, and we are in part 19b. This is the boundaries, physiographic, geographic boundaries, frontier of Uttaranchal. Next 19c, we'll see the boundaries from administrative or state, district to tehsil level perspective. We'll see it in the next presentation, Mitronam. And this is the South Asia Maps J. Reddy Education Channel, and there are 613 presentations videos, and I have organized them, Mitronam, for your convenience into 70 playlists. You can pick and choose all of them as per your interest. South Asia Maps J. Reddy. This is the overall context, the political administrative map of former Uttar Pradesh United Provinces. We are looking in this region. This is the political geography or administrative geography that doesn't throw that much information. We'll look at the, sorry, this is the different one. Yeah. I will go over this in detail, and I have also, whatever I am going to talk about this uh, physiographic regions I have mentioned here. So you can pause them, so that I want the audience to get a clarity on how they are spelt, because my pronunciation as a native person, non-native person may be quite different. So I have expanded that one also for you in case you want to look at the, get more details on that. We'll start from somewhere here and we'll go around in this map and we'll see the actual maps later. Remember, some of the areas I have put it broadly to give the audience a broader perspective of the fascinating the geography of our Bhumata, especially here Bhudevi and Bharat Mata, a particular part of the planet Earth. And this is the Yamuna River, sacred Yamuna River. We start here. This is the Uttaranchal province. We will ignore the what are the physiographic regions. We have around about 27 or so. I have been discussing that extensively. These are the Shivaliks region. These are the outer Himalayas. These are the middle Himalayas. This is the greater Himalayas. Shivaliks are outer Himalayas here. And this is the Ganga river and this is the Ganga Mata river. Here this is the Hardwar district. So this is the Yamuna Mata river. Between them is the Dwab region. Between the interflow, riverine interflow region, Dwab region. There are many Dwabs in Punjab. That's more popular, but Uttar Pradesh also has a Dwab region. You have to keep in mind. This is the upper Dwab, especially the United Provinces, the Meerut division, that is the Shahranpur, Muzaffarnagar, Meerut, and Ghaziabad, and so on. This is the upper Dwab. We have middle Dwab, lower Dwab ends at Prayag Tirtharaj, where the Ganga river meets Yamuna river. So we have upper Ganga Dwab. Also keep in mind some of these regions they overlap with each other, and geographical areas are very broad for brevity and clarity. We are here trying to impress upon the audience the fascinating landscape. So Sivaliks upper Dwab region, this then tells the Gangetic Plains are Ganga Maidan, the great plains of the Bharat, south of Himalayas. Ganga Maidan here, Sindhu Maidan, Ganga Sindhu Maidan. The transition somewhere being the Yamuna River, or we can see also Gagar River region, that is bordering the Ambala region, Patiala, and so on. So that's the border Ganga Maidan, Ganga River. This is the Babar region, Tarai region. South of Shivaliks, we have little boulder and those regions gravel where the rivers disappear and reappear again in the Tarai regions. So Babar and Tarai is very unique. In the eastern part, after like Sikkim, Bhutan, they are called Dwars. So Tarai and Dwars, we can say almost similar. They are in the lower Himalayas or Sivalik region, maybe 10, 20, 30 kilometers, and border of Nepal and Bharat. After Treaty of Sigavali has shared them extensively Tarai region. So we have Tarai. This is the Rohilakand Plains or Katehar Plains. It was ruled by Islamic imperialism after the disintegration of Mughal Empire in 1707 and later annexed to the Awadh terrain by the British imperialism, finally took over. This is the Rohilakand Plains, or essentially eastern side of the Ganga River, that is the Bijnor River and Moradabad, Bijnor district, Moradabad district, and Shahjahanpur and Moradabad, Bareilly and Philibit and the Rampur area. So Ramaganga River, this is the tributary of Ganga River, Ramaganga River. There are three rivers come here. So Jim Corbett National Park, you can see here that dam is there in that area. The Kosi River, because there is also the Kosi River in here also. So it's called West Kosi River. So this is the Gola River, Daula River, and Dehavka River, and Mahakali River here. So these are the all the rivers emanate from lower Sivaliks and Babar Tarai region. They directly join Ram Ganga. That joins Ganga Mata River somewhere near north of Kannauj town or Farrukhabad Kannauj area, which was the historical capital of Harshavardhana Empire. So Gola River and the Daula River here. This remember this is the entire the Tarai region and Babbar region. This continues in the Indo-Nepalese border after Treaty of Sugauli. That one. So because the border is this the Kali River or Mahakali River, southern part is called Sarada River also that joins Ghaggar River in near Barech and the Nanpana area of Awadh Pradesh or Ayodhya. So this is the Mahakali River. That is the boundary after Sigauli Treaty between the Nepalese territory and British Indian territory, later United Provinces, now Uttaranchal, Uttarakhand. So the regions won't disappear. So that means you will see the This is the Nepal Himadris. Himadris are the greater Himalayas, other name. Mahabharata range is the Himachal region. Himachal is the middle. Remember the MIL, middle. Middle Hima, Hima, Himalayas or inner Himalayas, lower Himalayas are the same. If you remember the middle, you don't get lost. So like the Nagtiba and Missouri, those ranges, Danatauli and Dudataulido. So this is Mahabharata range across the. This is the Nepal. This is the province called Mahakali province of Nepal. So if you go north, this is the Greater Himalayas. So this is the Cis Himalayas, this side of Himalayas. Reference point being the greater. The trans across, these are the trans Himalayas. They are not essentially Himalayas because they are present across. Other side, they are called trans. You can see the prominent lakes here, the Rakas Lake and Manas Sarovar Lake. Brahmaputra River or Shangpo River or Dihang River or Jamuna River downstream. That is in the Purbi Bengal comes this area. West side comes Satluj River. That is the major tributary of Sindhu Mata, Sindhu River. So we can see in the Trans Himalayas. There are other mountains like Kailash ranges, the Trans Himalayans, and the Ladakh ranges. We have not mentioned that much. So essentially, they are not really Himalayas. They are across there. So this is a Tibetan plateau. Trivishnapura now under the annexed by the Chinese in 1962 or 53 or so. So this region is the because the Sipkala Pass, that means the Satluj River goes to the Sipkala Pass. That should be around about 55,666, easy to remember, and meters about mean sea level. The river, that's a gorge essentially. West of the gorge is the Satluj River. This is the Trans Satluj. This is the other side, Cis Satluj River. So you have a Sangla River or Baspa River. There is a town called Baspa. That is the southern side, Sangla town. That is southern side of Kalpa. That is in the Kinnaur Desh. And northern side is the Tedang Valley. That is Tedang Valley. That's also sometimes called Tedang River is there. That is Morang is town is there. So Tedang Valley and Sangla Valley. Across this is the Kinnaur Desh, eastern part of Himachal Pradesh in the greater Himachal region, Himachal Pradesh region, there is the Kalpa and all those areas. The Borasu Pass connects the Uttaranchal to this area, Kinnar, this Borasu Pass. So Kinnar Kailash Mountains, Greater Kailash. This should be the Pabbar River actually. Rupin is actually in the Uttaranchal, Rupin and Supin. So this is a typo here, so keep in mind. This is the Pabbar River that joins the Tons River, which joins, this is the Yamuna River. Tons and Yamuna joins at Kalsi, a place called Kalsi, border town. So you'll see this is the Nagtiba Mountains and Missouri Mountains. Here I have not shown. Giri Basin, there is a Giri River, tributary of Yamuna River. So south of this Missouri range, there is a river called Bata Range. Further south, there is there's a Bata River. This the Asan River comes and joins there in the Yamuna Mata River near Paonta Sahib, that area. So that is tri junction of that. Then these are the Himalayas. See, Haryana Shivaliks. So because the provinces people have drawn doesn't mean the areas won't disappear. So Haryana Shivaliks, I discussed elsewhere what is the Cho land and Chandigarh Cho lands here, essentially pebble region. Uh, where the rivers they join small rivers called chos, so they join the bigger river here because this the Chandigarh is the major urban center. So Cho land of Chandigarh, Saraswati Plains, Ambala Plains, Yamuna Bet region, that is the Nala region or Kadar region. New alluvium is deposited in the Prasthan, Delhi. So we have seen that in detail here, and this is the excuse me, the listing of them, and I think this is essentially the same thing. And borders and Sarihad. We can go and look at those regions. Remember, I have just here delineated Mitranam, the now truncated Almora district, the undivided or historic Almora district was much bigger. At one time, entire Kurmanchal or Kumaon region is called Almora area. Later, British developed hill station Nainital, and Nainital now is separate district Almora, and the later Bageshwar district and Pithogar, now Champawat and all those districts are there. So just I put only the now current form of Almora district in the Kurmanchal region for your clarity. So the important point for this province is here you can see the Yamuna river here, you can see the Ganga river here, and this is the Jim Corbett National Park. So this is the Ram Ganga, that is the Western Ram Ganga river. This is the Dehoka river. I I, for, I forget how he spelled this. I have to look it. Sorry for that. Let me look it. Uh, this is Dioha river that goes near, uh, comes from the Banbasa and the Tanakpur and Filbit, Shahjahanpur and falls near Kanauj region somewhere here. So Dioha river here. Some rivers are not, this is the Gola river here. We'll see this is the border. This is the Sarda river. That is the border between the Mahakali province. Sarda river is the Kali river or Mahakali river. So we have looked at this the Kalapani area. It starts from. So you can see the lake, two lakes here. This is the Trans-Himalayas Tibetan Plateau here. Some other areas we can see in the different perspective here, Mitronam. Here you can see much more broader picture. This is the Yamuna river, the Ganga river. This is the Shivaliks here, and Tarai and Babar region, Ganga Mata river, Indraprastha, Delhi, and this is the Ram Ganga river, Jim Corbett National Park, Western Ram Ganga. This is the eastern Ramganga river that joins Saryu near a town called Rameshwar there in the Almora region. So western Ramganga here, and this is the Dehoka. That's what I spelled correctly, I guess. And uh, this is the Gola river. You can see here, Kasi river. Yeah, this is the Kasi river, Kosi river, western Kosi river here. That means this is the should be the Moradabad and Rampur here. This should be the Bareilly district. Shahjahan, this is the Shahjahanpur and Filbit will be here. This is the Sarda river called downstream. This is the Gagra river, and near this, I think this is the Bahrech Nanpana area. It joins. This is the Lucknowati town. So again, you have to keep in the broader perspective here. Delhi here and Gurmukteshwar, and this should be the on the river. Ganga here, Yamuna here, Rama Ganga, that means the Moradabad, Bareilly here, Rampur here. So this area we are looking, the two lakes here, and yeah, and we get a different perspective here. So this is the historical map of the political map of farmer in the pre-Radcliffe times, more or less. Almora district, Nainital and Garhwal region, that is the British Garhwal. And princely state Garhwal is the Tehri Garhwal, that is the Royal Garhwal district. This is the Punjab Hill States, later called Simla Hill States, Terrain, Dehradun. This is all this region, and I covered most of it. And to complete the matter, Mitra, now, because I covered the border areas, you should look at in the playlist this how the because this is the Uttaranchal, how the Sutlej, Spiti Sutlej basin and Yamuna basin, all those the Malung basin that borders the Uttaranchal province. I discussed more about the greater middle and outer Himalayas and so on. That that complements this because the west small part of Uttaranchal now borders, I think only very few kilometers. But for clarity, I have put it here and I have discussed extensively the this is the Ganga, Yamuna Doab, Upper Doab region. So Shivaliks region, Morni and Kaleshwar, all those areas. And this is the number two is the Choland. Chandigarh will be somewhere here, Choland and Kandi area essentially. This is the third part is the Ambala Plains and the most Kurukshetra Plains. Those things I have discussed elsewhere and you can look at them. That's what we discussed today in the 19B. In the next part, we look at the same by blanking the Uttarakhand, what are the administrative regions the most of the time will be exposed to. Thank you very much. Hope this presentation gives you a broader inkling and it will be productive for your understanding, articulation of Devabhumi. And if you like these presentations, and you can post your comments or any suggestions or any constructive criticisms, even you can bring it to the notice if your friends and consider even subscribing the channel. Thank you very much, Dr. J. Reddy, South Asia Maps.